Hey guys, Jake here, and today I've got my week number 8 match of the CPC. This week we are going up against Volume. He's the coach of the Arizona Dactyls, pretty good player, and his team is just like insanely threatening. This matchup was so difficult to prepare for. I knew I couldn't just bring like 6 standard mons. I definitely had to think outside the box if I wanted to come on top of this. So yeah, I'll read out his team in a sec. His team consists of Jirachi, which is a Z-eligible mon, Gorgeous, Hydreigon, Donphan, Pelipper, Superior, Mega Medicham, Lantern, Articuno, and Kabutops. Now the first thing I did when I saw team preview was I had a big sigh of relief when I saw that there was no Kabutops on the field. Kabutops kind of ran through the team I brought. Although I do understand why I didn't bring it. Mega Venusaur is a really solid check to Kabutops. Also, like, Garchomp can take a hit and kill it with EQ. Kabutops didn't have the best matchup overall versus my team, but it was really ran through the team that I brought. Also, I was pretty really Casino Superior. I didn't really have the best switch-ins to that. Also, Articuno was also pretty threatening. He used Articuno well in the first few weeks of the season, and it was like even like top 3 in kills. And so I know he knows how to use Articuno. I was actually pretty scared of it in prep. Something like a Scarf Articuno could have definitely put in work versus my team. And but yeah, everything else here I pretty much expected. I definitely didn't expect him to bring Florges because like it just loses him a ton of momentum this game. I didn't feel like Florges had the best matchup at all. But yeah, so Mega Medicham. Let me talk about good old Mega Medicham. Now Mega Medicham pretty much just like Intuit my entire team with these. So usually people try and use bulky psychics to use as their Mega Medicham quote unquote switch-ins. Because like there aren't really switch-ins to Mega Medicham, but like bulky psychics, stuff like Mew, Slowbro, Uniclus, those are the closest thing to Mega Medicham switch-in, and both of my psychic types do not resist fighting. My psychic types are Bronzong and Hoopa Bound, which means I don't have anything that resists Hoopa's dual stabs, or not Hoopa, Medicham's dual stabs. So it was like really centralizing and prep for me this week. I definitely had to like build a lot of my team in a way so like I just didn't like fold to Medicham. Also kind of forced me not to bring Venusaur this week because like Medicham just comes in on it and gets a kill. But yeah, he's also got the Jirachi. Jirachi, I wasn't really sure what Jirachi said he'd bring. I was seeing a lot of Fizdef Jirachis and Mox to help take on my Anzu. That makes a lot of sense. I was also thinking maybe like a speedy, calm mindset could put in work on this. Could put in work in this game because it sets up on like my walls like Venusaur and Zapdos. But yeah, Lantern, I didn't really expect to come this week. I was a bit caught off guard when I saw it. I wasn't really sure what it was here to do, but I do have pretty decent checks to it, so I'm not too scared of Lantern. He's also got the Donphan, which is kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. Something like an offensive Donphan, I really don't have fantastic switch-ins too. Also, Donphan is a really solid check to a lot of my physical sweepers, like my Cinccino, my Garchomp, and my Blaziken. And he's also got the Hydreigon. The Hydreigon is pretty threatening. Like, if my Alzu gets down, I have no switches to it. I do have like ways of revenging it, but if he's a Scarf Blaziken, I could be in a lot of trouble. And last up, he's got the Pelipper. Now in Mox, I was seeing a ton of offensive Pelippers, because like Pelipper does kind of have a really good offensive matchup versus me. The only thing it really has trouble with is Zapdos, but other than that, like it puts in so much work. Like it Ice Beams the Garchomp, Hydro Pumps the Cinccino, does a lot with Hurricane, so like my Azu and my Venu. It can still like Ice Beam Zapdos for a good amount of damage. Can U-turn on the Hoopa, and it can also like Scald the Blaziken. Also can do a KO my Bronzong and Rain. But yeah, I was actually really scared of Pelipper this week. But as I said, I was just really happy to see no Kabutops. Kabutops was definitely super scary late game. But yeah, I'll go over my team real quick. So first mon I've got is This is a physically defensive Rocky Helmet, Ruskin Garchomp. I've got Endure, Earthquake, Stone Edge, and Rock. So this is basically what I'm going to be switching into Mega Medicham. I know it's not really switching, but basically my plan is switch it until, if I think he's going to go for like a Zen Headbutt or High Jump Kick, I can switch this and I live. I'll be low, but I live. And then I endure the next turn. And I'll be down at 1 HP, but then he'll be at around 43%. Then he'll kill me the next turn, and he'll be at he'll basically be at like really low, like, so anything I have can kill it. My Hoopa has a nice move for Medicham. The only thing that Medicham would be able to come in on again is Zapdos. But if that Medicham is like that low, it's a lot less threatening, because it means like my Blaziken can kill it with fighting move. It's in range of Cinccino, it's in range of Azu's Aqua Jet. So yeah, also I don't really expect to get Rock Stuff this game, because like this thing is kind of like a suicide for Medicham. I really didn't have much for Medicham. I didn't have many options when preparing, but yeah. The next mod I've got is a Life Orb Cinccino. I've got a Tail Slap, Knockoff, Bullet Sleeve, and U-Turn. This mod is overall pretty nice this game. If I managed to weaken the Jirachi, he really doesn't have great switch-ins to it. Bullet Seed does a really nice chunk to the Don Fan. Also, it outspeeds his whole team, so that's nice. And yeah, this thing actually can like 2 KO defensive Pelipper. It's just really solid this game. Also, the next mod I've got is a Belly Drum Azumarill. I've got Belly Drum, Play Rough, Knockoff, and Aqua Jet. I got Knockoff so I can like do a bit more to Rachi, and in case I need to like knock off an item or something. This thing's really fast. It's got like a lot of speed. I'm speed creeping a lot of. I got a ton of speed to hopefully outspeed stuff like the Lantern and the Pelipper. If I do, then that's really nice. And then the next one I'm actually going to go over is my Blaziken. My Blaziken is actually Choice Scarf this week. I had Venu in this spot originally, but then I realized Venusaur was just losing the momentum. It let Medicham come in, let Rachi come in, and I realized this Blaziken is nice. It helps me pressure Rachi more, which my team was struggling with. Also, it's a good revenge for Hydreigon, and I can also hopefully lure the Pelipper and catch it with a Thunder Punch on the switch or something like that. But yeah, overall Blaziken is just looking really solid. Right at team preview. I know I can potentially win with it late game. And then the next one I've got is a Nasty Plot Black Glasses Hoopa. I've got Dark Pulse, Signal Beam for general coverage. Signal Beam to Oko the Hydreigon at +2, and I don't have to like risk Focus Blast or anything. And I've also got Protect. Protect is nice for it's nice for Medicham's Fake Outs and as well as its high jump kicks. So like if I get nothing low, like even if I just take like 2 rounds of Ruskin and Rocky Helmet, it's in range of like dying if he misses a high jump kick, or like if I protect as he goes for high jump kick. So that's nice. And then here we've got the Zapdos. This Zapdos is basically here to like give Hoopa and Azu better chance of sweeping. This Zapdos is actually a sub agility baton pass variant, especially defensive, so I can sub on stuff like Florges and Pelipper if he's not offensive. I can also sub on Lantern if he doesn't have Ice Beam. He probably will, but like even then, like Ice Beam isn't doing that much, and I can still like agility on it and baton pass. I can also sub on like a bulky Rashi with Psychic to hit me. So yeah, basically if I pass speed into Hoopa and get a Nasty Pot up, honestly a team preview, it's honestly looking like game. As I need to break the Donphant's 32, I guess, but other than that, it's just really looking solid. I do have Fake Out to you know, stop the fake. I have Protect to stop the Fake Out, and yeah. So anyway, let's get right into this battle. I decided to lead off with my Cinccino, and as he leads off with his Donphan. Now turn 1, I make a misplay. I don't know what was going through my head. Now I could go for a life or bullet seed this turn and just get a lot of a really good amount of damage off on this. But my thought process is I don't kill this. You can do a ton of damage to me. I should probably switch out. But silly me doesn't think I could go for a U-turn and break this thing sturdy. Now this is actually going to come into play later. Instead I just decide to hard switch into my Zapdos, hoping I can maybe sub on this thing. But yeah, I should have went for U-turn. As I go into my Zapdos, as he just goes for the Earthquake. Now, here he goes hard into his Lantern as I set up a sub. This is nice. This Lantern can't, like, Oko me or anything. But yeah, here I'm just gonna go straight for the agility. At this turn, I'm thinking this thing is just fodder for my, Hoopa. Like, I don't even need a sub to pass speed into this. But then here's where it hits me. Oh crap, he's probably Assault Vest. And if he's Assault Vest, he can have Signal Beam and do a ton of, and like 2 KO me, so I can just like set up a nasty spot and like win. Also, at this point I had still forgotten about Donphan Sturdy. But yeah, so here I'm just gonna like sub, hoping to like eventually Volt Switches. But this turn, since I'm getting low, not this turn. Here I just sub again. But here on this turn, since I'm pretty low, I decide to go for the Ruse. As he goes for the Ice Beam, and as you're gonna see, he actually freezes me. And this freeze was pretty huge. Now I just lost all momentum I had, and he can like basically just like take advantage of this situation however he wants. My Zapdos is pretty much useless now. So yeah, this freeze was like super unfortunate. But yeah, here I'm trying to Thaws. He just Volt Switches, and now I know he's gonna go into Medicham. I don't want to sack I don't want to go into my Garchomp here because it's pretty probable that he's going for the Ice Punch on this turn. So yeah, here I just sack my Zapdos. I don't Thaw, and he goes for the Ice Punch and kills me. Now here I go out into my Azumarill. Now here I'm already way on the back foot. I've lost my Zapdos, and he's got threats after threats, like especially this Medicham. I need to start making some aggressive plays to get myself back into this game. He's also still got the Pelipper, and now that I lost my Zapdos, offense Pelipper kind of just runs through my team. He obviously could be defensive, but like, I still definitely like, I can't play too passively around the Pelipper. But yeah, here I go into my Azumarill. I can live any one hit besides a Thunder Punch or a Poison Jab, but those moves just don't make any sense against my team. He needs Bullet Punch. Bullet Punch / Fake Out, fighting move like High Jump Kick or Drain Punch, Zen Headbutt, Chip Venusaur, and then Ice Punch. So I really don't think I'll have those moves. So I can live any hit from this Medicham, and I really don't think he's gonna want to just like sack it here, as Medicham is still really nice for him. So I'm actually gonna go for the Belly Drum, predicting switch, as he just goes down to his Lantern, and I'm perfectly fine with this. And here, he is in range of a knockoff, and so I'm just going to click that. No point in risking a player off miss. As I click knockoff, and I do have speed him, which is pretty cool, which means that the lot of speed investment I put in does come into handy. But yeah, here is where me not clicking U-turn turn 1 sucked. So here he goes on to his Donphan, and here's where I remember, oh shit, he has Sturdy. So I'm just gonna go straight for the knockoff, because I realize like it doesn't matter which move I go for, better to get rid of his item. As I go for the knockoff, I crit him, which actually it wouldn't have brought him down to a Sturdy if I didn't crit, but it's irrelevant. As he goes for the Earthquake, because I actually knock off his Choice Band, which means if I just went for like Aqua Jet, he would have killed me with the Earthquake. But yeah, if I did U-turn turn 1, I wouldn't have taken all this damage, and my Azumarill honestly might have just like won on the spot. So yeah, but that was really a bad play on my part. But here I'm just gonna click Aqua Jet and take out this Donphan. Now here he goes out into his Medicham, and we kind of brought this game back. Azumarill got 2 kills, but it's definitely I honestly think we're still in the back foot. But yeah, here rings out his Medicham. I know he's trying to go for some priority move, fake out or bullet punch. He can't really risk it. He can't risk losing his Medicham like this. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to save my Azumarill as fodder. As I'm going to go straight into my Garchomp as he goes for the bullet punch, and he takes all that damage, which is nice. That means he's actually in range of my Scarf Blaziken's Flare Blitz now, which is really nice chip damage. But yeah, here I could go for the Endure, but I realized I actually probably want this thing healthy for Jirachi. I did lose my Zapdos, which meant I can't speed past. I can't really speed past speed in 2, but which means if that Rachi's like fast with U-turn, my Hoopa will die in 1 hit. So Rachi is definitely getting scarier by the minute, especially because my Azu is so weak and I like can't really jump on it or anything. So yeah, I'm actually gonna make the very aggressive switch into my Blaziken on this turn. I know even if he didn't have Ice Punch and just like oh, he did real Ice Punch, never mind. But like I was pretty sure he was gonna go for the Ice Punch, so I'm just gonna go hard into my Blaziken. He's in range of Flare Blitz, and he goes for the Ice Punch, and thankfully this time when he goes for the Ice move, he does not freeze me. Now let's see. So yeah, he didn't freeze me, and that damage I believe reveals that he's adamant, which is actually pretty interesting. But it does make a difference really. But yeah, here he should know that by the way I brought this in, I'm probably Choice Scarf. So what I'm gonna do on this turn is actually I'm gonna click Thunder Punch, trying to predict his Pelipper to come in. And if I do that, okay, so if he's offensive, I one-shot him. But like if he's like physically defensive, I do like 75 to 85%. But that's still a really nice chunk. What I'm hoping he doesn't do is pull the middle ground switch into a Dragon, which is actually his correct play. But still I'm behind. I really need to like catch that Pelipper somehow. If I get rid of the Pelipper, my Scarf Blaziken is in great shape. I just need to damage his mons a bit more, and then I can definitely potentially win with my Blaziken. So he should know that I'm probably Scarf by the way I brought this in. So I am gonna click Thunder Punch on this turn, as he does bring out his Pelipper, and I do catch it with a Thunder Punch, and that does die, meaning he was offensive Pelipper, which is pretty big that I was able to catch it on the switch like that, or else it probably just got a kill, and I need all my mons. So here he brings out his Hydreigon, and here I think if he is Scarf Hydreigon, I'm really in a lot of trouble. So here I did keep my Azu around for a reason. I'm just gonna sack it off here to this Hydreigon as he kills me with Earth Power. Now here I'm thinking he's probably Choice Scarf because I didn't see an item, and this is not a Z mod, so he's not like Z Shockwave or anything from my Azu. But basically, if this thing is Scarfed, I need to I just need to knock it off pretty much. Because this Hydreigon can definitely win right now. So what I'm actually gonna do in this turn is I'm gonna click a knockoff. Kind of sagging my Cinccino here, but it's fine because I just need to get this thing Scarf knocked off, or else I can, if I get it knocked off, I can definitely have a way better shot winning with my Blaziken. But yeah, I'm just gonna click knockoff here as he goes down to his Rachi. I pop Culver Berry, and yeah, so that's pretty interesting. He is definitely a Sepulki Rachi, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, so here I'm gonna I don't want to leave this Cinccino in. It's actually pretty key because it can live a Dark Pulse or an Earth Power from the Hydreigon or a Dragon Pulse. But I can live that from the Hydreigon and knock it off if I need to. So I'm actually gonna go into my Garchomp because my Garchomp is like not needed anymore. I got a lot of good damage on my Medicham. I do have sacks such as my Hoopa and my Garchomp, so I'm just gonna try and go for the U-turn. That's just a pretty decent chunk as I go into my Garchomp as he goes for the Wish. Now here I'm just gonna click Earthquake. I'm really hoping he doesn't go into the Hydreigon this turn. Here I'm like actually thinking I'm lost because like I don't have a way to touch the Hydreigon. I have Earthquake, Stone Edge, Endure, and Rocks. So honestly, his moveset on Garchomp was probably not the best. But I didn't really see myself in a situation like this. But yeah, so here, I'm hoping he doesn't go hard Hydreigon. It's really risky for him too, because like Hydreigon kind of is his win condition. But yeah. So I'm just gonna spam Earthquake versus Srirachi. I don't care if he goes Mega Garchomp at this point. I just want to get rid of this Srirachi. As he just spams Psychic versus me, which is perfectly fine. As I just kill him with 2 Earthquakes, and he goes out into his Hydreigon. Now here I just want to see what he's gonna lock himself into. Like it doesn't really make a difference. If it's worst case scenario, it's Dragon Pulse. If it's Dragon Pulse, then basically I have to go into Cinccino and hope he like doesn't go into Medicham and as I click knock, because if he does that, then I'm actually in range of a Scarf Dragon Pulse. And like since my Hoopa is Signal Beam, not Focus Blast, I actually die to or I don't die, but I don't kill him. So that's pretty unfortunate. But yeah, here I'm just gonna go for the Endure. I don't really have a better play. I just want to see what this Hydreigon wants to do. But yeah, he goes for the Dark Pulse, which I'm fine with. Here what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna sack off my Hoopa. And I'm pretty convinced he doesn't have U-turn at this point. I'm just gonna I'm sacking off my Hoopa here just to get that nice damage off on the Hydreigon. As he takes me out with Dark Pulse, that's fine. Since he's locked into Dark Pulse, I can go into my Blaziken, and I get a kill with a Jump Kick. Medicham is easily KO'd, and I live this, and as long as he doesn't flinch me, I'm in a pretty good spot. Now, he goes for the Dark Pulse, and he does not flinch me, and we take out the Hydreigon, which is amazing. We have 2, we have, Cinccino, the Garchomp, and the Blaziken left to take on this Medicham. Basically, here I stay in and click High Jump Kick, just in case he was like sub. I know that's like really unlikely, but I just didn't want to choke, and I would be losing him on regardless. But yeah, here I just click High Jump Kick. That does a ton to the Medicham. And yeah, so yeah, Blaziken, I love Blaziken. I think this is the 3rd week in a row I brought Scarf, and it's doesn't work like every time. But yeah, so here I just have to put Blaziken to get off that damage, and here I bring in my Cinccino, and I can just click U-turn, then knock out the Medicham. So yeah, that was a great great game to volume. Really intense. The freeze early game definitely threw me off guard. I definitely have to make a lot of aggressive plays in the mid game to get me in a position to win. But yeah, so now we are 8-0, and that's really nice. Next week we go up against Will, coach of the San Antonio Spurs. We played him I believe week 3, and we were able to pick up a W. But he made some scary trades since then, and he also I can't bring the same sets as last time, so just like that Garchomp I brought to take on the Kangaskhan. But anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.